All right, folks, we are ready to go. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. Good morning, Emily. We have a lot to do today, several videos. What I do for this audience. Now, you're going to understand this, okay? So don't take this wrong, but what I do for this audience. One day we were on the All-Star panel. Let me get this out of the way. And, I always ask the All-Star panel, I said, it's our Friday show, And I say, don't, be easy on the bad words. It's Friday. We don't, easy on the bad words, right? The All-Star political panel. Okay. So anyhow, that being said, All-Star political panel, Bruce one day rolls it out. So he taught me this word. So I'm going to let you know right now, and I will say it again Friday. Bruce will not be there, but Bruce taught me this bad word. And I usually put asterisks in front of it. But it's time to call out a little bit of the bullshit. Bruce taught me that. Sorry, moms, dads, if your kids took their earbuds out and took a break from listening to bitches and hoes, then they heard me say it's time to call out some bullshit. Bruce taught me that word, okay? Anyhow, that being said, Joe Biden, what in the world are they going to do? This is a little joke I put on. Emily, I just sent you a picture, a final picture. Can you put that together in there so when I call for that debate, don't put it up now, but when I call for that, you could put that up. So Joe Biden yesterday, this is number one. Give me number one, right? Now, he thinks he's in a corn maze. I swear to God, this is, if the American people fall for this, and I can't put it any other way, if anyone falls for this, if we wake up, and obviously they're going to try to tell you that we will not know who the president is November 4th, even if Trump wins by numbers, is it an insurmountable number that no way to overcome for Biden to win, like Hillary in Pennsylvania, where they were still praying at 1:30 in the morning that they could find enough crooked votes in Philadelphia or Pittsburgh, or Hillary could find that one voting machine out there in Philly somewhere that was loaded with 100,000 votes for her. All jokes aside, no matter what the number is, election night, the very next day, in fact, that morning of election morning, November 4th, 49 days to be precise, they will start with their legal team denying Trump's win. They will drag it out as long as they can. If the American people fall for this is number one. Joe Biden's out in the middle of a field, wandering around, dazed and confused. I'm telling you, this is just unreal. See, this is a picture nobody wants you to see on the internet. They want you to see, number one, we'll just go with this. I don't know what it says. Let's just go with number 61. All right. Number 60. Look at that. Now go to 61, Emily. All right. There you go. Thank you. Trump openly questions climate science during while. Look at the picture there. Right. That's what they want you to see on all the networks. Number one, again, Joe in the middle of a field. Here it is, number two. They keep drawing circles. Number 2. Are these now crop circles because they're outdoors? I mean, look at these people sitting on the grass. As Joe, look at how far he is away. As Joe is 100 feet away, talking to a TV camera, calling Donald Trump, the president of the United States, a climate arsonist. Really? A climate arsonist, Joe? I'm just wondering, can we get this out? Now, they're going nuts. That's Joe. The media is going nuts over, hold on, I'll show you. I'm going to give you another one I want you to get out. They are absolutely, there you have Joe, and he is dealing with climate science as he's in a corn maze with social distancing from his grate. Okay. Number 71, this is driving them crazy, folks. Driving them crazy. So 71, here's a Trump holds indoor campaign event in Arizona. He went indoors. Look at this. These people are not wearing masks. You know what's interesting is you continue to make up your own mind. You don't allow the government to make the decision for you. You continue to go to these events, these super spreader events on your own. The Trump campaign is not sending a car by the house to pick you up. You are showing up. You are walking in the door. You're in the event knowing others will be there. How dare you make up your own mind to live your life and do what you want to do? Back to number 2. Look at number 2. This is following the science. This is who your president could be. Could be. Oh my God. We will get into that. Arson, fires in California and Oregon. A woman yesterday catches an arson, number 23, on her property. We're going to play this in a minute, all right? Now, before we play this video, I want to show you a picture. And I'm just going to give you a quick, we'll talk about this in a minute, okay? The things I do for you. So I'm watching MSNBC. And an MSNBC early look with Yasmin Vesugia. She always does a segment right at the end. It's obviously paid for. It's big money involved for them. And it's called Axios's One Big Thing, Axios.com. So Yasmin has somebody on there and says, what is Axios's one big thing of the morning? And the one big thing today is Melinda Gates telling us how our response to the virus failed. But then I'm watching this, and give me number 4. And this is the person doing the interview, number 4. And I'm like, that's a damn man. What the hell? I'm listening to Melinda Gates tell me that the federal response or lack of federal response failed us during this pandemic while being interviewed by a he-she. I'm like, what the hell? The things I do for this audience. This just came up on me. I couldn't get away. I'm just sitting here, I'm working, and all of a sudden, holy mackerel. I know I didn't just see that. Is that a man? So what the hell do? I Google it. We'll talk about it in a minute. Oh my God. Now here's what I want to do here, Emily, and I want this to be a separate segment if you don't mind. I don't want the kids to have to hear. I don't want the kids that are watching, what is that show, Cuties, and half-naked 11-year-old girls dancing around, gyrating and everything, all that gyrating and shaking and all that stuff. I don't want those innocent children to have to hear me call someone a he, she. Okay? So let's get that off the tape. But here's what I want to talk about before I take a break, because then I'm going to get into the arson, not Trump, out in Oregon. They had the gotcha questions. I'm not ready for that next segment, as you well know. They had the gotcha questions. Mr. President, I know you want us to rake the forest, but can we rake the forest and do climate change at the same time? Gotcha. President's like, I ain't got time for this. You know, I got to go to the Latinos for Trump rally. All right, now I'm ready for the segment, Emily. Emily was like, really? You're ready? I am ready. Give me, I told you about this, folks, a couple days ago. I brought this up. What you're going to say is, wait a minute. We have Bob Mueller wiping all of the phones clean. And you're talking about this. We have this, that, and the other thing going on. And this is what you're talking about. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Because every day when I get up, I look and I stop to think, what the hell are we doing to our damn kids in this country? What are we doing? Okay? Now, Fannin County High School, they canceled due to the Department of Health, and is that Dr. Taylor? What's the guy's name over there? But Department of Health's recommendation of a presumed, now you got to be clear, presumed positive. We got to take it as presumed. We can't just draw conclusions. We got to take it as presumed. Well, what the hell? It's like a pregnancy test. Is the stick yellow or red? What is it? What is the test? Is it presumed? Hey, did you take that pregnancy test? Yes. Are you presumed to be pregnant? I'm sorry. That was outrageous. That was uncalled for. Will never happen again until the next segment. Point being is, so they canceled the football game, right? Because of a presumed positive. Not only did they cancel the game, because everybody thinks, now if you're out there nationally, you need to pay attention because they're doing this to your kids everywhere. Not does everybody think, oh my God, BKP just likes his high school football. He's upset because Gilmer and Fannin didn't get to play and he didn't get to go to the game. No. Let's say there's 60 kids on the football team. We'll just go with 60, damn it. There's a presumed test. We have no doubt. There's no defined evidence, no clear answer on if they're dealing with a positive case of a presumed, we'll use presumed, football player. But they send 60 football players home, cancel the game, and the kids are not in school until Thursday. And this is last week. So where am I going with this? Stay with me. I told you this was going to happen, okay? Now, at this time of the year, all right, at this time of the year, give it up for the band. The hell with football for just a second. I know, just a second. Give it up for the band. I watch these kids, and I watch band directors, and I watch the band leader, all right? And I watch them prepare. I watch them fundraise. I watch social media. Help my kid. Give him $20. He wants to go to the parade. I'm serious. So the high school bands, I know so many, and this goes for all over the United States of America. The high school bands, at this time, right in the summer, August they start, they're raising money, and they're trying to get into a what? Thanksgiving Day parade. Thanksgiving Day parade, right? This is 100 kids, 70 kids, 60, whatever. This is something they dream of. This is something they work for, is getting to go Hawaii, Philadelphia, wherever a major city marching parade on Thanksgiving Day, a marching band. It's big stuff, folks. And I actually like it. Look what they're doing to our kids. When you read this headline, what do you think? Give me number 82. I told you this days ago. Watch what they do to Christmas. They've already canceled the Rockettes. Out of there. Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade will be TV only event without live procession. De Blasio, it will be a different kind of event, New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio says. Now, I don't know what you do on Thanksgiving, but for a couple years now, we always turn on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. You may be thinking, this is what I'm leading with this morning. I'm silly. No, this is America. Believe it or not, this is what Trump is fighting to get back to. The reality and not the weird, crazy ass stuff the Democrats. I mean, you know, I feel like I hear Joe Biden saying he's going to follow the science so much that if president, they're going to say, Mr. President, you go outside in the lawn and you find science, follow science. And we've got a babbling Joe Biden, whether you're laughing at me or not, out in the south lawn of the White House saying, science, science, out following the science. I don't care how silly that sounds. This right here, Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade will only be live, a recorded event. The iconic Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade will not be live this year because of coronavirus risks. Instead, viewers will be able to feel the spirit and joy of that day on television and online, New York City Mayor de Blasio said Monday. This guy is a disaster. Who the hell tells this guy that he can be a power broker if you get in? This is what they can't take about the Trump rallies and the Trump events. You are deciding whether you want to go or not. If you get up knowing there'll be 1 million people there and you get in a car and you drive into New York City and you want to stand there, okay, and watch the parade. One of the most beloved, here's a quote, one of the most beloved events every year is the Thanksgiving Day Parade. I always want to express my appreciation to everyone at Macy's that are extraordinarily civically minded. We saw what they did on July 4th with the amazing fireworks display. All right. At a press conference, he said, they're going to do the same thing again with Thanksgiving parade. It will not be the same parade we're used to. It will be a different kind of event. They're reinventing the event for the moment in history. The parade is a tradition dating back to 1924 and will be modified for the first time in its more than 90 history for a TV audience. Modified for a TV audience. You know, don't you like the parade, seriously, on Thanksgiving Day? I know I got other things I could talk about, but I see what they're doing to the kids. Okay, the marching bands. Next up at the judges, the judges platform. Next up, this young band, this high school band from Indiana. Next up, this high school band from Minnesota. Next up, led by high school band from Louisiana. As I said to somebody or several people in the last week, I cannot believe we've allowed them, the Democrats and their bullshit, to take 2020 a year away from us in their lying fear that we're all going to die from COVID-19. I told you 2 days ago, there's things like traditional things like the Thanksgiving Day parade. I see what they're doing to try to destroy this country. I'm going to take a break. Sorry, marching bands. Sorry. Yeah. So you can play the tuba out in the backyard. I guess that's all you got. I'm going to take a break. We're going to come back. Let's talk about the arson in Oregon, the wildfires. Okay. The cleaning of the forest to where the wildfires don't get as out of hand as they are now. When we return, take a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
At Ingalls, we know that school is a little different this year, with virtual learning and working from home. But we have continued to donate to our Tools for Schools program, just like always. And all our participating schools will have those funds waiting for them when the bell rings this fall.
Okay, who can tell me the difference between molarity and molality?
In the meantime, Ingalls has everything you need to make this school year a little easier. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is more than just your average Ace. We have a huge selection of Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next trip. We have a huge selection of lumber for your next building project. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs. Plus, we have everything you'd expect like paint, tools, and equipment.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Somebody sent me a message before I was able to. I didn't see it before I went to break. What about the billions of flowers that are grown every year for the floats? I mean, it's just I know what you're saying. Is that what you're leading with? But I'm telling you right now. They're reinventing the event. So anyhow, let me go over a couple things. Yesterday, Joe Biden, Joe Biden promised something obviously he can't keep. Now, the Democrats are just out throwing out all the horrific lies they can in campaign ads, okay? We have it here locally. We're going to take that on tomorrow. Wednesday or Thursday, but we're going to take that on some local campaign ads that are starting to float out. They are having these virtual meet and greets with candidates. They're not coming out of the house. They're staking everything on Joe Biden and not making him look bad. They're playing this up, okay? Number 80 here. Give me 80. Joe Biden promises fewer fires, floods, and hurricanes if he wins in November. He can't do that. They spent, and I will do this a little later, but they spent 20 minutes this morning in the front of their programming talking about these climate events. Yes, Hurricane Sally, the wildfires. Your suburbs will burn down if Trump is elected. Trump is an arsonist. Let me go over a couple more, okay? And we're going to get to it because I want to show you how they've lost their minds. Now, do you think, and this is my question for you, the wildfires, okay? Now, months later, right now they're creating their own headlines. And it would really be scary if Antifa, Black Lives Matter, okay? Now, these people have tried to burn down federal. Now, wait a minute. Listen to me here. Just think this out. These people have tried to burn down federal courthouses. Okay. Right? They have tried to burn down federal courthouses. They have burnt down stores. What if the media is trying to take your vision away from what they're doing? A climate event and bill it as wildfires. Now think about this. Before you attack me, you have thugs, rapists, drug addicts, okay, drunk alcoholics, falling asleep in the drive-thru. You have everything under the sun that the media has taken these situations and turned them into peaceful protests. Just think about it. Peaceful protests as we watch riots. Now, what if the same media, see, we know now George Floyd had a lethal dose of fentanyl in the system. We know now that the attorney for the police officer with the knee on the neck is asking for a dismissal. We know now George Floyd could have just died that night without ever seeing the police because a lethal dose, a deadly dose of fentanyl was in the system, right? We know that. It's getting reported now right? We know Blake, Jacob Blake, many of you out there have done the research, so he didn't get away with it long. Rashard Brooks in Atlanta, okay? Jacob Blake, we know his background, but it's all being sold to you as peaceful protest. Black Lives Matter, even with people like the NFL and so many more on board with this, right? What if the wildfires, maybe not all, what if the wildfires are the next move with the media? What if? Okay. What if some people from Antifa, Black Lives Matter, found their way into the nice dry woods and lit a match? What if? What if they started a little campfire in the woods and left on purpose? What if? Right? What if climate deniers and these climate events are the next attack? I don't know. Just saying. So let me go through. I'm just saying, what if? I have one I want to show you, and then we'll get to it. Just a second. I got it here. Okay. Hold on just a second. See, here's number 44. Give me 44. CNN at 5 a.m. The first thing they did, crisis coverage, hurricanes, wildfires, and pandemic. What if we've been set up for 2020, right? What if the Democrats know? I'm just asking a question. What if they know or knew at going into 2020, there was no way Trump could lose? No way. I mean, you're paying less than $2 a gallon for gas. He's bringing down prescription drug costs. You know that. You're going to the pharmacy, okay? He's cutting regulations. Jobs are flourishing. You're spending money buying houses and cars. The economy is roaring along. House construction is up. New car sales. You're roaring right along, okay? Black unemployment low. Latino unemployment low. And the only thing they could do is methodically crash everything in 1 year. It's the only hope the globalist deep state has of returning what they feel belongs to them, not you. That's right, the American people. The biggest mistake is Trump thinks it belongs to you. They do not. So just think of the trifecta here. Crisis, hurricane, wildfires, pandemic. Create a year of disaster. Maybe. Well, how do you create a hurricane? Well, I'm just saying, Now, let me go through a little more, okay? And I want to get to one more, and I'm going to play. Hold on a second. Don't go anywhere on me right now. I've got a quick picture I want to show you. All right. Here is number 22. Death toll rises as wildfires ravish West Coast. Okay. Number 20, blazes sharpen, focus on climate. Okay. Number 19, death toll rises as wildfires ravage West Coast. Trump could have saved lives. They will eventually talk about how many lives Trump could have saved. Trump has created hurricanes. The COVID, he lied to you. He told you it wasn't that bad. Go on out there. And then he told Bob Woodward, it's a killer, Bob. It's a killer. Trump could have saved your dad's life. They're messed up, folks. They're mentally ill. They are psychotic, okay? Evil. Now they're going to count how many lives, okay? Number 18, wildfires, hurricane put climate crisis in focus. Number 17, Biden calls Trump a climate arsonist as wildfires rage. Here he is in a corn maze. He doesn't know how to get out of it. As wildfires rage, okay? A climate arsonist. Number 15, Trump dismisses role of climate change in historic wildfires. Is it a coincidence that the wildfires, well, you know nothing about the West Coast, BKP. It is wildfire season out there. No, but I bet you the people on the West Coast like Antifa and the people from Oregon, I bet a lot of those people around the Portland area, they understand it's wildfire season. I may not. You're right. They might know. One Smokey the Bear said one match. Boom. Thousands of acres. I don't know. Reporter, and is it possible it's also forest management and climate change? Is it possible? I got you. Okay. Number 13, Trump dismisses role of climate change in historic wildfires. I don't think science actually knows. I don't think science knows. They're all up in arms. Number 12, okay. Number 11, if you look, it's 3:09 a.m. Mountain Time. I mean, it's 5:09 in the morning. Gulf Coast braces for Hurricane Sally. Why are we always bracing? Okay, they're all bracing down there. Number 10, they talked about this all morning, okay? They brought in Bill McCarran. I think that's his name, number 9. All right. Now, that being said, play the news clip. Now, not the lady, all right? Not the lady, not the Twitter video. The other one that has a news clip where the arson was charged. I think this is 3 days ago. Play that one for us, Emily.
This morning, police say the fires that tore through the towns of Talent and Phoenix, Oregon, destroying about 1,000 homes and killing 5 people, were intentionally started.
We were able to locate evidence and determine that this individual is likely the cause of the fire.
Michael Gerard Bakela was charged with 2 counts of arson and multiple counts of criminal mischief. That as 500,000 people, 10% of Oregon's population, are in evacuation zones. At least 2 fires have converged, creeping closer to Portland, whose mayor has declared an emergency. From space, nearly half the state buried under smoke. Flurries of ash came down on neighborhoods.
The air quality index around here has been measured at 3 times the level that is hazardous to breathe. It's been raining ash here for days. The air is so thick, you can barely see that church right down the street.
So many with nowhere to live. We met Emma and Libby Gillespie at a Red Cross shelter in Salem, Oregon.
We had a neighbor who called us kind of hysterically screaming and said, "Get out, you guys need to leave."
With the fires ripping through her town of Gates, the single mom scooped up her sister's children, their dogs, and fled into the night.
What did you take with you?
Nothing. I mean, I still have my swimsuit on. I had sat in the pool that day, you know.
You literally left in a swimsuit?
In a swimsuit, you know. The kids had their pajamas. Half of them didn't have shoes on. We just got in and left.
That as thousands clogged roads out of multiple fire zones, firefighters in ferocious battles to try to save homes.
And with our crane camera, I want to show you this world of pink laid down around me, and still it did nothing to stop the progress of that fire, which incinerated entire neighborhoods, entire developments here.
California's North Complex fire claiming at least 9 lives. 16 people are still missing.
The debate is over around climate change. Just come to the state of California. Observe it with your own eyes.
And back in Oregon, Emma and Libby got ready to pack up those dogs. They think their house is safe, but they don't know. The upheaval of COVID and the temporary homelessness because of these fires, almost too much.
Tearing up a little bit.
Yeah. It's her senior year. School is hard for.
Emily, could you text me something? I'm going to ask you a question. Okay, and you're there in Studio A. At the beginning of this report, did I hear an arson has been charged? Okay, did I hear that? Number one. Number two, did I hear the arson that they're charging is responsible for 1,000 homes being burnt and 5 people dead in this disaster of a fire? So what the report we just watched, is this due to an arson or a wildfire? Could you just text me? Because I like to check and make sure I'm correct. I want to make sure that that report in Oregon said that an arson has been charged for setting this fire, and that an arson is responsible, this fire, for 1,000 houses being burnt down, and that 5 people are dead due to a fire this arson started. So are you able to validate what I just said, or am I losing my mind, Emily? I'm kindly waiting here. I can't move forward till I get a validation that I'm not just hearing things. What the hell? You're not going to text me? They said arson. You're right. Sorry, Emily. You didn't have to say I was right. You know I really like when you say that. Okay, check it. Oh, I have another text. Thank you, Emily, but I have a second on that. I can answer. It was an arsonist. So thank you, Emily, very much. I'm just being facetious here. Give me number 23. Just show me this picture. Now, Emily, I want this video, okay? And America, watch this video. Because as I told you, we're going to have to call out Democratic bullshit, okay? I'm sorry. That's Bruce's fault. Bruce taught me the bad language. But I'm telling you right now, okay? Now, you watch at the end Gavin Newsom, or whatever his name is from California, the governor, doing a commercial. Hey, we can't deny it's climate change. What the hell? You know, this next video. Now, Emily, do you have the warning foul language or whatever? Because there's some foul language, okay? I can't help it, but we're going to play it, all right? So this next video, you see the woman here. They're in Oregon. Play the tape, Emily. Foul language warning. Wait a minute. You have to put it back in? All right. What happens sometimes is the videos, she has them ready for so long, sometimes they freeze up. So she's going to put it back in. I get all cued, get ready for the cue. Boom. And the video freezes, but it's not Emily's fault or the studio. Arson, folks. And they call, this guy stands in the middle of a corn maze with 3 reporters in crop circles and says, Donald Trump, what is it? Where's it at here? He is a climate arsonist. Do you hear any of the media? 1,000 homes, 5 people dead. An arsonist charged, not a wildfire. Neighborhoods destroyed. Think of what 1,000 homes. Emily, as soon as you have it put back in, roll the tape on this next one.
Get on the floor. Get on the floor right now. Face down. What are you doing in my property?
You passing through. I didn't know what property.
Did you light anything on fire?
No, ma'am.
What are you doing with those matches on your head?
I smoke.
You smoke? Where are your fucking cigarettes?
The only ones I have is matches right now.
Did you light anything up on fire?
No.
What's your name?
And Corey Allen.
You're gonna stay right there. I got the cops coming.
It's fine.
He's got matches on his hand. Make sure you snap pictures of him. Did you go into the house?
Not going to the house.
Where did you come up through?
Highway.
doing with the lighter, with the matches?
I'm smoking a cigarette on the main highway.
You were smoking a cigarette. That's why you only have matches on your hand.
Yeah, cigarette butt. That's all I have. Right here.
Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I'd come back. Arson. Arson. Is this their next step? I know what you're thinking, some of my Democratic viewers out there. Are you really going to step into the line that the fires, many of the fires on the West Coast, could be by somebody striking a match? Are you really going to go there and think that that's the only way Democrats could win? Democrats cannot win on policy. Democrats cannot win on what they're going to do for America. Democrats are trying to destroy, burn down this country to the ground, every system we have, so they can build it back up in the image they choose, not your founding fathers. Don't you dare worry. They won't have a constitution long, because this was, you always remember what I tell you, this was written by white men, slave owners. This was written by evil white men in a white man's world with a white system that they want the brother to live under. If you think for one earthly minute they're keeping this Constitution, you've lost your damn mind. They have no interest in this Constitution, period. You need to understand exactly what is taking place here. Arson. Okay? Now they want to just go after the president today. That lady has this guy coming off her property. Did you see the air quality, the haze in the background? These people know what's going on. They know the satellite trucks are hiding it from you. Okay? I'm telling you, it is so damn bad that I'm not shocked, or would not have been shocked if that would not have been a CNN reporter standing there with a microphone, blazes, and watching the guy on camera come out of the woods after starting the fire and saying these wildfires are climate events. You can't deny climate change. You can't deny science. Let me tell you what you can't deny. You can't deny these damn people. You can't deny that news saying have you heard the 1,000 homes? 1,000 homes, 5 people dead. Have you heard that story on CNN, MSNBC, CBS, ABC? No, they keep playing over and over. Bob Woodward, this thing's a killer, Bob. It's a killer. This virus is a killer. We got him now. A book of matches killed 5. Left 1,000 homes burnt to the ground in arson. And this is what they're worried about, folks. Number 72. Trump holds indoor campaign event in Arizona. Number 72. Indoor campaign event in Arizona. That's what they're worried about. They're actually doing a report this morning saying that most networks pulled their reporters out of these campaign events due to the danger of them. The danger. It's okay to burn down millions of acres or hundreds of thousands of acres of forest. It's okay to kill 5 people and burn down 1,000 homes. And they continue. When we find out, if you ever get to the truth, you'll probably be shocked on what wildfires are actually wildfires. What if they would have been able to do forest management and forest vegetation management, or whatever it's called, if they would have been able to do that, you would be shocked. Forest fires will not end. That's the reason we got Smokey the Bear. It will not end, okay? Won't happen. Lightning strikes will hit the forest, whether man's here or not. It will burn. But again, managed vegetation in our forest would bring down the devastation and make them more manageable. Ask Minnesota. Ask Minnesota. They don't want you to ask Minnesota. Ask Minnesota. Ask the guy that stood up. Ask the guy that stood up at the Republican National Convention from Minnesota and said, "Thank you, Mr. Trump, President Trump," between clearing timber, our forestry business, our timber business, clearing in the forest, and forest management has minimized wildfires in Minnesota. Go look that up. They won't play that. So if you take forest management, there'll still be forest fires, but the devastation and the ability to contain them would change overnight. You wouldn't see the disaster you do see. And if you just stop the arsons. So I'm going to tell you, I predict this is the next move they have. The rioting is getting old. Now you're going to say, I'm totally conspiracy theory out here. That's what you're going to say. I just played the news clip. Call me whatever the hell you want. 1,000 homes burnt down, 5 dead, an arson. I just played where the woman caught the guy's ass coming out of the property with a book of matches. Get on the ground. Oh, she had nerve, man. Had the gun. Where are the news crews? News crews. The satellite trucks, where are they at? Why are they not reporting that? No. You see, the riots are getting boring. Why? We've seen that riot. Why? All riots are starting to look alike. Well, throwing a brick through a window is throwing a brick through a window. Let's get something else going here. How about some fresh fire? Anyhow, look at number 72. They are freaking out over Trump holding these super spreader events. But there's something interesting about 72. Who are these guys? There's a couple guys on the front row. So look at the front row of 72 really good. See if you recognize anybody. See if you recognize number 6. Give me number 6. And then go back to that one. Keep that one there, but go to number 6. Look at the front line. Go to number 6. That's Dana White. Ultimate Fighting. Dana White. Right on the front row. Go back to it. Now you recognize him? Okay. And also taking a chance, taking his own chance, right there in a super spreader event with no damn mask. Number 7. Number 7. You recognize him? Pawn Stars. Rick. So go back to that one. We're going to take a break. My prediction, it's getting close to 9 o'clock. I've got a lot more to do today. My prediction is the wildfires are next in their list of things to do before the election. Okay? I'm serious. It's just amazing what Democrats will do. All right? Well, Democrats didn't go set the fire. No, we would just, I don't know. Maybe they're Ralph Nader supporters. We'll see. Take a break.
Circa World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, one nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
If you want big Chevy discounts, Days Chevrolet in Jasper gets it done with savings of $8,000 on new Chevy Equinox or up to $10,000 savings off new Silverado crew cabs. We're big on discounts and even bigger on customer service. See Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less. Days Chevrolet, Days gets it done. Find new roads.
Sometimes it's the little victories that mean the most. Those everyday celebrations that bring a smile to our faces and joy to our hearts. At Ingalls, we know there's no one you'd rather share those miniature memorable moments with than family. Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
At Ingalls, we know that school is a little different this year, with virtual learning and working from home. But we have continued to donate to our Tools for Schools program, just like always. And all our participating schools will have those funds waiting for them when the bell rings this fall.
Okay, who can tell me the difference between molarity and molality?
In the meantime, Ingalls has everything you need to make this school year a little easier. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is more than just your average Ace. We have a huge selection of Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next trip. We have a huge selection of lumber for your next building project. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs. Plus, we have everything you'd expect like paint, tools, and equipment.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Hey, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I want to make sure, because what happened in that last segment, that you don't go away thinking that I do not understand that several of the fires are due to lightning strike. That is something that happens all the time in the forest. Forest fires due to lightning strike. So I don't want you to think that I am in no way saying all of the fires are due to arson. No, I'm just saying arson is part of what is happening. Joe Biden cannot, and this is a lie. If elected, he wants you to believe that if elected, number 80, he promises fewer fires, floods, and hurricanes if he wins in November. All I'm saying is you take the arsons out, which you don't get these reports about the arson, which we showed you. You take that out of the mix. You allow for these states to have forest harvesting and forest vegetation management, and you will see a difference in the ability to contain these fires and not cause the damage to the suburbs and get close enough to the cities to scare the people that live there. Joe is claiming that is what's coming to a suburb near you, not Antifa. Thursday night, really quick, put this up on the screen, the debate graphic. Did I send it to you? Thursday night at 7 o'clock, Pickens County, Georgia. This is going to be interesting. Pickens County, Georgia has an independent candidate on the ballot, David Shoust, a Republican candidate. Now, generally, if you're not from around here and you're watching nationally, Pickens County, Georgia, generally, when the Republican primary is over, the race is over. Generally, whoever the Republican nominee is wins, even if there would be a Democrat challenger, they win. But not in this case. Chris Stansel, which is the Republican nominee, is not the clear winner, as in the past. He faces an independent in David Schaus. There will be a debate Thursday night between these two candidates. I will be moderating the debate. There it is, 7 o'clock live. This is big, and I'll tell you why, and I'll get past this. If you're not from Pickens County, you maybe don't want to hear too much of it, but if you are, this is big for a reason. This will be the first change. The citizens of Pickens County have had the same commission chair for 16 years. 8 years of that, 8 years, Rob Jones was sole commissioner, and in the past 8 years, when Pickens changed to a commission, he has been commission chair. So this will be the first change at the top of the list in Pickens County in 16 years. Thursday night, 7 o'clock. You can take that down. All right, so this morning, there's a couple things that we want to look at before we leave today, okay? And remember Bush Gore, okay? Now, I think one of the Democrats, I think one of the biggest questions that people are asking themselves and their friends, and when you're sitting around talking, drinking coffee at the coffee shop, glass of wine in the evening, whatever, okay? I do think this is a topic that is coming up more and more on a daily basis. What if? What if Biden loses and an army of attorneys throughout the country swarm in on the Secretary of States? Now, a lot of Secretary of States in our country are spineless. Now, I'm not going to go down the names, but they're spineless. They can't handle. I will have to tell you something. Stacey Abrams is a steamroller. She will steamroll your ass in a heartbeat. Now, you don't have to like her, but she will. Not only does she just look like a steamroller, sorry, she is a steamroller. She'll run your ass over. And they have been prepared for years for the challenge. Now, Biden's not up to the challenge. This creakety old guy can't find his way out of the corn maze in a field, in a sea of reporters, in crop mazes, crop circles, okay? But number 81 here, this is happening all too often in the conversation. If Trump wins, Democrats will respond with massive unrest. What if Biden wins? What if January 20 comes and goes? I mean, this is the question, and I'm not getting too concerned, but I'm just saying this is becoming more of a question every day, okay? Now, they're prepared, okay? They are prepared for right here, okay? Hang tight, I got it here. They are prepared for Biden to lose on election night and start running the challenges immediately. Okay? Number 43. Biden creates legal war room preparing for big fight over voting. They're ready. What is it, 600 or 6,000? I don't know. It could be 6,000. I don't know. Look it up. I know that it starts with a 6. Let's just say 6,000 attorneys. They have an army prepared to not certify elections in states. Well, that won't happen. Bush Gore, number one. But second, look locally here. If you're in Georgia, look locally at the Brian Kemp, Stacey Abrams. Look at how long it took after Election Day for them to finally certify the vote for Brian Kemp to move forward with setting up his team, the transition team, as governor. Okay? You do not get the funds. There's transition funds set up. There's a whole transition team that happens. You get offices, you get a fund, you get a whole different kind of staff, allowances, all the above. Look at how long before Kemp was able to set up a transition team because Stacey Abrams, and they didn't certify the vote. Number 42, Biden creates a legal war room preparing for big fight over voting. Okay. Number 40. So election night comes. Trump wins in a landslide. We did the red mirage a couple weeks ago. And mail-in ballots start coming in. The races tighten. Wait for it. So let me just throw a scenario out. Michigan. Let's just go with Michigan. Read the headlines. Donald Trump wins Michigan by 75,000 votes. Just a mere 75,000 votes. With all of the mail-in ballots cast or counted, Donald Trump, read the headline, wins Michigan by 75,000 votes. Yet, judge rule, yet 75,000 votes. Yet 260,000 votes by mail were disqualified. Okay. Wins by 75,000. But 275,000 are disqualified. Hold on, get me one of my Biden attorneys. Get right in there, right in there. Then the headline 2 days after that. The judge that night, judge stops Michigan Secretary of State from certifying an election until further review of disqualified mail-in votes. Judge demands full review of disqualified mail-in votes before election can be certified. What the hell? Really? Florida. Trump wins by 120,000 votes with all mail-in ballots completed and counted. Trump wins by 120,000 votes, yet 320,000 votes statewide. Mail-in ballots were disqualified. Hold on. Get me a Biden attorney in there. Hey, there's enough votes. Carol Maloney, you listen. Oh, my head hurts because I put these things together. I'm not the best at coming and articulating the message. I get it, but I put these things together. I understand the president. I don't know how arrogant you think that sounds, but I understand Donald J. Trump. He has told you about Carol Mahoney's, is that her name? Carol Mahoney's race in New York. What did the judge do? Go look at that race in New York. Okay? The judge said there was enough. If this was not a Democratic primary, and if Donald Trump would not have said anything, they may have run this race over. It is that corrupt in that district in New York. But what did the judge say? And what was the argument of Mahoney's opponent? There was enough disqualified votes that could have changed the outcome of the race. Now, if Donald Trump wins by 70,000 votes and there are 30,000 disqualified votes, and you say, okay, give them the 30,000 to the other guy just for good measure. Then all you have to do is rewrite it and say Donald Trump won by 40,000 votes. But watch the states that have more disqualified mail-in ballots than the number Trump wins by. And watch the courts take over and the Secretary of State's kowtow to the courts. And some judge stops the certification of an election, even though Trump is the clear winner. Watch and see. So the war room, get ready. That is something that's coming up. I try to keep my eye on that. Before we go to, so Melinda Gates, okay, we'll put this into a segment. So I'm watching TV this morning, and they want to claim there's such a failure, okay? Now, do you understand, I guess, is it a coincidence? I called a friend of mine one time, and I said, is there a coincidence? And this is somebody way up there in the political ranks. Is this depends on coincidence by some means? And the person said, no such thing as coincidence in politics. I said, damn, okay, I'll take that. Are these just coinkydinks? When my kid was little, instead of coincidence, it's coinkydinks. So are these just coinkydinks? Are they? Is that the case? Is it just a coinkydink that Woodward's comes out at this time? Trump is having these super spreader events. They're going nuts. And the next thing you know, Melinda Gates is out there saying our federal response. So, you know, here is, and I want to do this one before I go to the next segment. Okay. So they're going nuts. All right. Number 78. All right. Trump warned journalist Bob Woodward about the lethality, is that what it is, of the COVID-19 back in April. It's lethal, man. Number 77, Trump told Bob, it's lethal, man. Okay. So Bob Woodward, the national response, and let me get you some more because we're going to go through these, and I just want to show you what the media is doing, and then I'm going to play you. Obviously, now we have Melinda Gates there, and Axios is one big thing. Hold on. I'm almost there. Okay, so give me number 52. Melinda Gates. This is Axios. Melinda Gates slams COVID response. Okay. The response. All right. So you have Woodward, and then all of a sudden you start having these people come in that is slamming the response. Number 48, Woodward releases new audio of Trump's coronavirus comments. This thing's a killer if you get it, man. Hey, Bob, this thing's a killer. If you're the wrong person, you don't have a chance. You don't stand a chance. This stuff's a killer. Okay. So just a couple more. Want to show you. Won't take but a second. Pfizer says that the vaccine could be ready by October. It's just going to be up to the FDA to create the license for them. So Trump told you the truth about the vaccine. All right. And I do want to get into Iran and the peace deal today. I'm going to find this in just a second. Okay, I promise. Because I want to see. I showed you CNN. I want to show you MSNBC. So I guess I can't find MSNBC. All right, what the hell? So I'm watching this morning, and Axios is talking about this interview with Melinda Gates, the Gates Foundation, okay? And number 5, here's Melinda Gates, okay? And I look over, that's number 5, Melinda Gates. And here's number 4. Here is the person okay, interviewing Melinda Gates. And I'm thinking to myself, what the hell? Is that a damn man? Listen to this video. I want to play this video really quick. Melinda Gates, they don't endorse candidates, but listen what she says about Trump. I mean, it's coming on a daily basis, the attacks. Play this video here, Emily.
We've had terrible leadership on this issue, quite frankly. And science should never be politicized. Science is about getting at the truth. Science is what moves society forward.
Is there some other variable that accounts for the difference between how COVID has impacted the U.S. versus other developed countries? Or is it really just our national leadership and response?
It is our leadership and our response. We shouldn't have 50 different responses in the United States. You should have a coordinated national plan. The CDC was set up originally to give sound medical guidance to health and county commissioners. The CDC has been neutered to not be able to do its job.
Back in May, you kind of graded the U.S. response as like a D-. My guess is that hasn't improved?
No improvement.
Am I right that you've never endorsed a presidential candidate?
That's right. We don't endorse candidates, but we're also willing to speak out when we don't see good leadership.
Are you tempted this year, though? You've given our administration a D-. That can't be an endorsement.
We're always tempted, but it's important for us as private citizens to, keep our votes to ourselves and for our institution to be nonpartisan.
Our institution to be, that's a damn man, not Melinda Gates, okay? Not Melinda, that's a damn man. I'm like, what the hell? Put up number 4. I was like, holy crap. I've got Melinda Gates telling me how she wants a national takeover. A national takeover. Don't see good leadership. We don't endorse, but we certainly don't see good leadership. We give them a D-, a D-. 50 different plans. We should have coordinated a national plan and took the country over. We never endorse. Terrible leadership on this. We had to follow the science. And so I'm listening to Melinda Gates and I'm thinking, what the hell? This is a damn man. I'm listening to a national takeover by the Gates Foundation and this just despicable people to me. I don't care for them very much. And then I'm thinking, I'm getting my information from this damn man. So I went online and I know I'm like, is this, you're thinking, is this really worth your time? But I'm thinking to myself, what the hell? Let me see. Is this for real? So I got it here somewhere. I had it here just a minute ago. Okay. NFL ratings, Real Clear Politics. Let's see. Maybe I have it just a second. I won't spend too much time on it. All right. Maybe I don't have it. There's Axios. Maybe I don't. Okay. So anyhow, this guy, yeah, here it is. Okay. INA FRIED, okay? Born December 17, 1970. Formally, this is formally IAN. So she changed from IAN to INA, okay? Is an American journalist for Axios prior to 2003, okay? Fried signed articles IA and Fried, or Fried, or whatever her name is, Fried. At that point, she transitioned from a male to a female. And when I read crap like this, I'm thinking, how the hell do you transition? How the hell do you do that? I watch this interview and I'm like, my God, I can't take the transition. He transitioned to a woman. I got to take a break. This damn world's gone just crazy as hell. Take a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
At Ingalls, we know that school is a little different this year, with virtual learning and working from home. But we have continued to donate to our Tools for Schools program, just like always. And all our participating schools will have those funds waiting for them when the bell rings this fall.
Okay, who can tell me the difference between molarity and molality?
In the meantime, Ingalls has everything you need to make this school year a little easier. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is more than just your average Ace. We have a huge selection of Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next trip. We have a huge selection of lumber for your next building project. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs. Plus, we have everything you'd expect, like paint, tools, and equipment.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Major peace deal in the Middle East. You would think, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. You would think that after pulling out of TPP, the Trans-Pacific Partnership, you would think after pulling out the disastrous Iranian nuclear deal, that there's no way we could achieve peace. Now, you realize there's more fire and war and battles taking place in your country than what we are fighting on a front around the world right now in so many ways. Absolutely. Okay. Trump has not started any new wars. Trump has drawn down. He is looking for ways to get out of Afghanistan. Trump ended ISIS. You're not watching on TV, Jihad John or whatever his name was, or ISIS John. You're not watching our men and women and other men and women of a free world out there with their knees down in the sand, with somebody with a hood on and a knife to their neck saying, we're going to cut this person's head off on live TV with a machete. Now, I'm sorry that's so graphic. You're not seeing that. Trump ended ISIS. Obama created ISIS. Trump ended ISIS. Long story short, okay? You're not seeing new wars. Why Trump could not be trusted with the code. And Hillary said, who would you trust at 3 a.m.? Trump can't be trusted with the codes. I mean, he has not launched a nuke, okay? He has not bombed North Korea off the face of the earth. Either have they bombed us or South Korea, okay? He is trying to maintain military balance with China and Russia, okay? The Democrats, is really sad where they've gone with what they will, they'll say anything, okay? And Trump has increased funds in NATO to a point where aggression, okay, it could happen between now and November, but we're almost 4 years in, and we don't have Russian aggression on Trump's watch. Russia has not moved any further. Crimea, Georgia, Poland, okay? That I'm aware of, we don't have major Russian aggression. We don't have Chinese attack on the world or Russia. We don't have a major battle in areas of the world with Trump as president of the United States. We have peace agreements. Now, next, it's considered, it's very likely next will be, give me number 24. The White House ceremony will celebrate a diplomatic win and campaign gift. See, it's a gift. That's the way they read it. I'm just saying, I can't do anything about the failing New York Times, as the president likes to call it. Okay. I have a couple more I want to show you on this level. All right. Let me just get a couple more here up as far as this great event taking place. Give me number 25. White House invites Democrats to signing ceremony with U. We should be back. All right. Sorry about that, folks. But Iran will be looking for a way to come to the table immediately after the election. They don't want to talk foreign policy for no other reason that they're afraid once Joe starts rambling, the only foreign policy is going to be Ukraine and Hunter. Now, let me show you what CNN put up this morning, okay? Joe Biden is out saying, number 26, there's a smarter way to be tough on Iran. Because Trump violated an agreement that America itself negotiated and then acted recklessly, other world powers now devote their energies to opposing U.S. policy instead of working alongside to counter Tehran. That's garbage. That's total garbage. Trump knows what he's doing. This is what Biden will go back into. Give me number 27. White House invites Democrats to the signing. Okay. Number 28, U.S. foreign policy in the Trump era. The next thing they will try to do, they will try to create a foreign policy issue before the debate. Okay? They're trying to drive the debate. All of these things going on. Climate change. Can you see Chris Wallace, Mr. President? Obviously. We've had a climate event, have several climate events. Recently, you've denounced the science of it. Why did you do that, Mr. President? Oh, yeah, get ready. They're all ready to go. Next is foreign policy. If you do the foreign policy now, you got to get it ready for the debate. Foreign policy. Number 29, Joe Biden, there's a smarter way to be tough on Iran. Wait a minute. Hold number 29. This is a guy that's number 2. This is a guy standing in the middle of a field. Okay, give me number 2. With reporters in a crop circle. And he's afraid to get within 100 foot of a reporter. Now go back to 29. But he is the guy we're going to trust to have a smarter way to be tough on Iran. Okay, Joe. All right, give me number 30. He recklessly tossed away a policy that was working to keep America safe and replaced it with one that has worsened the threat. Folks, would you name something that happened that has worsened the threat on this country? I don't think I can come up with that, okay? Number 32, they're trying to create foreign policy issues before the debate. The mix of confrontation and isolation will leave us with the worst of both worlds. No arms embargo to snap back of UN sanctions, but also no deal to constrain Iran's nuclear program and no plan except a reckless double down. Just saying, just saying, just saying. Okay. Now I'm going to watch this video later. Give me number, supposedly this is a video 35. Trump health aide pushes bizarre conspiracies and warns of armed revolt. Okay. I'm going to check into this. This is one of those I'm not clear enough on at this time. Number 36. If you carry guns, buy ammunition. Ladies and gentlemen, because it's going to be hard to get. He urged his followers. He has followers, okay? We are going to number 39, New York Times, political appointee meddling in CDC's holiest of holy health reports, okay? So let me go through for the end of the day here, and let's look at some of the headlines we have not talked about this morning going around. Here is the Woodward, number 79. Woodward's out there everywhere. 79. President Trump to Woodward. This thing is a killer. President Trump, this thing is a killer and gets you. if you're the wrong person, you don't have a chance. Yes, exactly. So this rips you apart. It rips you right apart there, Bob. It does. This is a scourge, and it's a plague. All right. Here's the one. I love it. Latinos for Trump. They can't take it. I was going to show you some polling data. Trump is up in North Carolina. Tillis should be okay in North Carolina. They're not wanting to talk. I would like for you to look at, I've asked you to go research today, wildfires in Minnesota. Okay. Here is number 74. Trump holds indoor campaign event in Arizona. All right. Number 73. They've gone nuts about it. Here you are making a decision to go. Number 71. Trump holds indoor. And here is 70. It's 6:07 in the morning. The important thing to them, as you can see, Trump holds indoor roundtable. All right. Here they are, number 69. They've gone crazy. Looks like a rally, number 68. They brought in a doctor, number 67, to talk about the super spreader events Trump is holding. Trump courts Latino voters in Arizona. It really has them upset. Wait just a second. Number 62, Trump openly questions climate science during wildfire briefing. Here is Biden again out there in the corn maze, number 61. Now, here's one I want to stop and talk about just a second. Manhunt intensifies after ambush attack on LA deputies. Okay? Intensifies. The sheriff of LA County, number 57. Is there something out there, if you could tell me, because when I went on the show, I did not see anything new pertaining to this, number 57. I want you to match. This is to LeBron James. So LeBron James, show us that you're upset that a person, regardless, black, white, Hispanic, walked up to police officers sitting in their cruiser and just opened fire on them for no reason whatsoever. So there's a $175,000 reward. Excuse me. It's a $175,000 reward leading to the arrest of the individual that ambushed these officers. The sheriff of LA County. You think Trump's not going to get votes in these cities? You think he's not going to get votes in Oregon? You think the people that see these know that there's arsons, that an arson is setting the fire in so many of these cases? Oh, they know the truth. I want you to match that and double that reward. I know you care about law enforcement. You expressed a very, very interesting statement about your perspective on race relations and on official involved. That's Alex Villanova, whatever his name is, Los Angeles County Sheriff. Okay. So we're looking for you, if anybody knows, if LeBron James has doubled that. Number 55, Trump defies pandemic, hosts big crowd indoors. Just defies it. Indoors. Hey, how about this one not being talked about? Number 51, Pennsylvania. Judge rules PA virus restrictions unconstitutional. What is unconstitutional is just in time. Remember I told you Palmer Township in Northampton County, PA, which is a suburb county, okay? They're not exactly worried about wildfires, hurricanes, and floods coming there in the next couple days. But they possibly could be concerned that in the suburbs that they're going to be taken over by Black Lives Matter, attacked, that they're coming to a suburb near you. So Mark and Patricia McCloskey were coming, and I think they still are. We'll see when Thursday, if the word gets out that there's a plan B. But remember, they're coming to Northampton County, and this city, this township voted, their township council voted to not let them use the park because it exceeded the governor's number of outdoor people that could attend an outdoor event. Judge rules PA virus restrictions unconstitutional. Let's see what happens there. Here's the one. They're out of things to push. I mean, coronavirus is not over, but I hear people say on a daily basis, I'm so over it. Number 50, coronavirus cases spike among children and college students. They are going to do everything to use these liberal doctors in these health departments, local health departments, to shut down your schools, shut down your colleges, shut down your athletics. It's coming. I've already witnessed it locally. This is going on and on, okay? Number 49, coronavirus spikes among children and college students, okay? Let's go with 47. Their heads are spinning off here. It's 5:03 a.m. in the morning. This is their big story. Trump defies pandemic, holds indoor rallies. Number 45. Go to that one. Okay. Let me see what else I have here. We've talked about that. I'm trying to make sure there's nothing I missed. Let's go ahead and show this one again. 33 Latino voters. And we know how let me see here. There is number 21, Trump courts 21, Trump courts Latino voters. And number 18, Joe stands in a field and says wildfires, hurricanes put climate crisis in focus. Here is number 17. Number 17, Trump is what did he call him? A climate arsonist. Wow. As wildfires rage. And look at Joe. Joe is outside. He's having to squint. Now, that's not a joke. He's having to squint to try to fight back the glare off the teleprompter. When you're outside and it's very light, it's very hard to get those teleprompters that you're reading into. He's reading in. Look at Joe there reading straight into a teleprompter, trying to squint to do that. Here he is, number 2. Look at number 2. Look straight out in front of him as all the cameras are set up to look directly at Joe. And he's trying to read a teleprompter in the daylight where he can't. Okay. So anyhow, Trump, number 16, he goes to California. He sits down with the governor. And here is number 16, Wade Crawford, California's Natural Resources Secretary. He tries to put the president in a box on climate change, a climate event, and what is going on. The president says, I don't know, it's going to get cooler. It's going to get cooler in a little bit. You'll see it get cooler. The science, though, sir, the science. Well, what did those guys know? What did those guys know? So they're all freaking out this morning because he's not following the science like Joe Biden. Put back up the debate. Can you do that so we can close this? There's 2. Can you get also, while you're looking for it, I mean, you should have it there somewhere, the election night coverage. You have that one also. So we'll talk about that in a minute. So Thursday night, folks, we will be holding a debate. I will be moderating between David Schaus and Chris Stansel. Sorry about that, Mr. Stansel. Chris Stansel and David Schaus, Pickens County. commission chair. That'll be Thursday night. You can watch that live. So you can get this. You go follow us on social media. It's on fyntv.com. It's that easy. Okay. 7 p.m. Thursday. It'll go for an hour and 20 minutes. We'll take a 5-minute break in the middle for the candidates to get a drink of water and regroup. Okay. So we'll take one 5-minute break. It'll be an hour and 20 minutes. It'll last from 7 to 8:20. And we are ready to go Thursday night. This will be the first change in leadership in Pickens County in 16 years. Now, election night, okay? If you have that one, okay? Now, election night coverage, we will start at 8 p.m. Now, we are going to focus, and I don't want to, when I say this, I don't want to discourage national viewers. I really don't. This is where you will want to be on election night, okay? We are working out multiple screens for interactive maps, all right? You know, we won't have the pumpkin head, as the Cub fan calls Brett Baer. We won't have pumpkin head on here. We won't have Chuck Todd. We won't have Andrea Mitchell. We won't have Joe Scarborough. We won't have George Stephanopoulos and their ABC team. I don't know who's over at CBS, Margaret Brennan. We won't have anybody. The one thing, there's another thing I guarantee you. We will not have Donna Brazil and Juan Williams. We won't have it. We are going to focus on Georgia and national. I'm going to say Georgia 65%, national. Let's see, 30 would be 70. Would it be 35%? So if you put the 6 and the 5 and the 3 and the 5 and the 10, carry the 1, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 65, 35, somewhere in there. Okay. But we're going to cover Georgia, have a strong emphasis on Georgia because we have 2 congressional races that the national media will be watching and are probably the most interesting races in the United States for Congress. That's the 7th district, which belonged to I think it's Rob Woodall, and he retired. And Rick McCormick is trying to save the 7th district for Georgia. And then over in the 6th district, we have Karen Handel trying to beat Lucy McBath. We will then have David Perdue and John Ossoff. That's going to be a tight race. We'll have that one. And then the other race you'll be interested in is the Doug Collins, Kelly Loeffler race. That's not just who's there. There's 21 candidates in that race. So Georgia has a big night. We will be there with the election coverage. All right. We won't miss any of it. Okay. And we're going to be from 8 to midnight. We're going to have different panels. I've got different people coming in to be on the panel to talk. We're going to have big screen TVs so where we can light up and let you know. We have a decision desk with 3 people. We will try to be the first to let you know if Georgia retains, the state retains Republican control in the Georgia House and Georgia Senate. And we'll be looking at all the races. We'll have call-ins from candidates, so on and so forth. So election night coverage is right here. You have 48 days. You got it? 48 days. 1,000. What? Oh, it's 1,167 hours. It's 70,022 minutes. It's 420,000 or 4 million. What the hell do you have up there? I like that. But this is the countdown clock to Election Day. Folks, get out and vote. Oh, by the way, here's a shout out. I'm going to leave a little early because it is 3 minutes before. But here's a shout out. There's a new Trump store. It's a Trump store in Ellijay. It's pretty neat. Right down there in Ellijay, Georgia, or East Ellijay, right there off 515. It's a Trump store. Got all kinds of flags and everything. Nice people. I'm your host, BKP. I'll be back tomorrow morning, Wednesday morning, right here, 8 a.m. Take us out of here, Emily.